Hi y'all, my name is Clav and welcome to my world. I hope you're doing fine, and if you're not, don't worry, it's gonna be okay. So first of all, I wanna warn y'all, English is not my first language. Like, sorry if my accent is kinda bad or if I mispronounce some word. Like I'm trying my best, okay? So I'm really a huge Descendant fan, okay? I like every movie. I have like some merch like the pocket watch and some dolls, but I don't think you can see them because of the monster high. But like yeah, I'm really a huge fan of Descendants. I've watched all the movies. I watched Wicked World. I watched the Real movie. I even watched School of Secret. The only thing I didn't read is the books because I'm procrastinating. I'm sorry, I'm kind of lazy, but I'm really a huge design fan. I even have my own OC. As you can see, like you can see him, but like yeah, I have my OCs, my fan fiction, and all this stuff. I'm a huge design fan, and like unpopular opinion, but I kind of like Rise of Red. I think it's a good movie overall. Don't get me wrong, it was super rushed and some things didn't make sense, but like at the end of the day, I think it was a pretty good start for a new generation. At first, it was really meant to be a two-parter movie. Like we didn't saw the castle coming plot, and nothing really happened. It was pretty rushed and pretty fast. But they decided to do Wicked Wonderland. By the way, I saw the teaser and it's tea. I love it. But anyways, they decided to focus on the present instead, and I don't think they're gonna go back in the past like at all. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, basically what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna change some tiny details from the beginning just to make it make more sense, because as I said, some things really didn't make any sense in the movie, and then I'm gonna rewrite the story to make it work as a solo movie, and then Weekend Wonderland could exist after this movie. Do you get me? You're gonna get it after, okay? So let's start with the characters. So basically, I'm gonna start by removing some characters. So I'm gonna remove Maleficent and Hades, also Jalad, and like they had like one tiny screen time, so like we don't really care about them. But like yeah, I think I'm gonna remove Maleficent and Hades because it really felt like they just put them because all right, we had Maleficent and Hades dating each other, so like we can do this whole high school lover, and I would love it. I would actually loved it if it was how they met, if that was their storyline. But like they were already established together and they didn't do much. Like yeah, they're part of the movie, but they're not even considered main cast for some reason. So like I'm just gonna remove them. I think Uliana, Ook, and Morgie works well out as a trio. They don't really need Maleficent and Hades. They can be in the background or have their own storyline. Like I'm just gonna focus on the main storyline. So yeah, maybe we could tie them, fall in love somewhere in the movie, you know. But like, I'm not gonna focus on that. Okay, you do you. Well, also since Castle Coming is obviously Cinderella's ball, I think it should be fair to have the stepsisters being part of the movie. Obviously, they're not gonna be main villain, just gonna be like sideline, but like actually seeing them will be fine. Really fun, a fun thing to do. Like they could just be there sometimes just making fun of Ella or trying to impress Charming, like you know, this type of stuff. But like they're not gonna be the main villains, they're not gonna be part of Uliana's clan. No, I'm gonna talk about Red and Chloe. I think their personality are fine. I think they really contrast each other that well. I think they're great. Their personality were really fine. So first we have Miss Chloe Charming. Like she's supposed to be this whole history fan, and that's honestly great. Like they're gonna time travel, so like it makes more sense to have someone who likes his story, you know. But like she doesn't know her mother's story, and it's not like her mom was kind of no one. She's literally a historical figure in that universe. You're supposed to know her story. Cinderella is not the only one who know that story. Everyone know that story, so she should at least know that her mom was mistreated in this household. So my thing with her character is that she's gonna know the whole Cinderella story. She's just not gonna realize how bad it was. Like she's gonna see her mother as this whole smiling, like really nice figure, very optimistic, and she's gonna be shocked because Ella is really pessimistic about her situation. Red is a little bit more interesting because I think her characterization was really fine. It's just it didn't really tie in the story. So like basically Red is not like Mal in Descent 1. Like Mal used to love being evil because that was the only thing she knew, and then she discovered that she could be good. But Red knew since the beginning that she didn't want it to be evil, she wanted to be good. Her whole character development is learning that she is actually a good person, which will be fine, but like she did one good action, which was saving Chloe. Like it came really too easy on her. So yeah, she's still gonna be that girl who wants to be good but doesn't know how to be good, so she's still acting bad, and she's gonna do a lot more bad thing in my story, but she's still gonna feel some regret every single time. And she's like, oh yeah, here you go Red, you're doing that again, you're being mean again. But she doesn't want to be evil, she's just acting evil, and she's actually gonna work on that redemption. She's gonna work to deserve to be called good, you know. She's gonna work on herself and actually having more action meaningful to the plot. I think we can also have the King of Heart, like he's here in the movie, and like it will stop the whole Hook is Red's that theory. Like I think this theory really doesn't make any sense in the Disney universe, and I don't really like how it's portraying Bridget being with one of her bully. I don't really like that. So like I think it could be there not being that relevant, just being, you know, a good husband, loving his wife, loving his daughter, and being there, you know, just we don't care about him, we're here for the girl.
College Aladdin, she's like a magnet, she's so attractive. It's all fantastic, cause we're flying high together on magic copyright.
So the beginning of the movie is not gonna be that different. We have the whole Uma scene, which is gonna be the same mostly. Then we're gonna have the Red song, and the only real difference is that Maddox is gonna give more context about Wonderland lore. He's just gonna explain that the Queen of Heart was, yeah, bad at first, but like she really became worse after Alice escaped. And Red is also gonna say, instead of saying that she doesn't want to be a queen, she's gonna say, I don't want to rule like my mother is ruling right now. Like she's not against being a queen, she's just against being a queen like her mom is, you know. And we're gonna have the same scene with Chloe, but like she's gonna tell, yeah, I kind of had this dream where someone gave me some new shoes, you know, like you did with mom. And Charming is gonna be, oh, you know, some dream do come true. And Chloe's gonna be like, oh yeah, shut up, dad. Well, after that, everything's gonna be similar. Like they're gonna sing Love in it, and they're gonna go to Uma's speech. The Queen of Heart is also not gonna attack this time. Well, not yet. I really dislike in the movie how easy it was for her to take over. Like they really invited someone who hated them for like a lot of years, and like they didn't check if she was calm or not, how the situation was going in Wonderland, and they just assumed that she will be nice. Like obviously she was gonna attack y'all, so like they were more prepared, and the Queen of Heart actually decided to not attack this time and let her daughter go to Redon. So after this speech, the school will start, the parents will go home, and the students will meet their roommates. And Chloe and Red are gonna be roommates. And Chloe is gonna be mad at Red because she was rude to her in the beginning. And Red, she feels bad, but like she has a big ego and too much pride to apologize to Chloe. So she just brush it off. And you know, at school, Red is really gonna be like misbehaving, like kinda rebel like she was in the beginning of the song.
I'm a rebel, I'm a menace, I'm a one girl riot.
Red is really gonna be jealous about Chloe because she's kinda his perfect student, the one that everybody likes, and she's really nice. Like she's the girl that Red wants to be, and Chloe is gonna dislike Red because, well, she's rude and evil like her mom, you know. We don't have to waste a lot of time. We can kind of like Wicked with the what is this feeling? Feeling that. a song similar to that, so you can show the weeks going back and them aiding each other in different situations and building their, well, hatred for each other. So then it's gonna be Parents' Day. Every parents are gonna come. The Queen of Heart also coming, like she's coming back, and this time they're not preparing anything because they think that she's nice. She didn't attack them the first time. Like, yeah, it's kind of dumb, but they still had a reason to not be ready for takeover. And then the Queen of Heart do her agony thing. She takes over, and Cinderella is sentenced to get her head cut. And Red take her pocket watch, ready to leave. And Chloe is, you know what you're. So when they arrive, Faye loses her books, like it's flying away like in the movie, and Chloe grabs it and help her get it, and she gives her, and Faye thanks her, and then she go away, and Red and Chloe both realize that they actually time traveled. The same thing happened with Fight of Our Life. They fight at the beginning and decide to work together, and then they're gonna meet Merlin, and Merlin is gonna ask if they're the new students. Like, there's actually gonna be new student. Like, and in the original timeline, they didn't came last minute, but Red and Chloe are gonna, pretend to be them. So I'm just gonna say that it's Sienna and Lottie, but it can be like any Disney duet, any Disney characters. But like, I'm just gonna have some fun. But then Merlin lead them to their dorm, and he said that someone is gonna go make them visit the school. So then Red and Claire is discussing about a strategy until Bridget arrived with her plate of cupcakes, and she's very nice, and Red is obviously shocked. She's like, wait, that cannot be my mom. Why is she so nice? Why is she so pink? And then they just go around the school. Ella is gonna actually be introduced in Life is Sweeter instead of being introduced in class, and she's gonna sing like something about wanting her freedom and wanting more than the life that she has. She wants some kindness from her sister and family. She's gonna sing about that. So after that, Ook, Uliana, and Morgie are gonna arrive, and Uliana is gonna steal the cupcakes like in the original movie. She's gonna eat them, and then she's gonna chase Bridget and Ella. Like in the original movie, she's gonna fall in the fountain, and everyone's gonna make fun of her like it already happened. But then class is gonna start. The most important thing is that Uliana is not scary anymore. People are not scared of her. So everyone in class see Bridget like this hero. Like, yo, she beat up the bully. She's that queen. She's that queen. Then Bridget is gonna feel really bad about it. Marlon is gonna ask Red to work with Bridget and Chloe to work with Ella. So then it's basically gonna happen like in the movie, except that Red is gonna be the one who say to Bridget, why do you feel this bad? Like, she was evil, she was bullying you. And Bridget's like, yeah, but I don't want to be evil. And she still have feeling. Like, she's just trying to be like her sister, but I feel like she should be more, like she could be nice inside. And Red's like, whoa, I can't believe that my mom, who doesn't believe in second chance, is saying this kind of stuff. She's gonna feel like kind of weird about it. And then we're gonna have Chloe, who's still struggling with like getting dirty and acting kind of princessy. And Ella is she's gonna be really annoyed by Chloe, and Chloe's gonna be like, I didn't imagine you like that, like in the movie. So they're not gonna mix well, and they're actually gonna split. Red is gonna be with Ella, and Chloe is gonna be with Bridget, and those things will work pretty well. And both girls are gonna be jealous of each other because, well, why my own mother is understanding this random girl better than me? So then they're gonna go at Ella's house. It's basically gonna be the same scene, but I'm just gonna change one more thing. I really like Ella's as a character, but like she doesn't get the point. Like she's asking Chloe, "Oh yeah, are you really nice if you get rewarded for it?" Which is like, yeah, she is. Like the question should be, are you actually being nice because you wanna help people, or are you being nice because you want the gift? Like that's gonna make her think more, and it's gonna make more sense, you know. Like the rest is gonna be similar. Chloe broke the vase, later Tremaine come and punish Ella, which is really important. Ella is gonna crush out on Red and Chloe, and then they leave to go to the Black Lagoon. So after that, like in the original movie, we're gonna have perfect revenge, except that this time the song is really gonna focus about showing Uliana's mentality. Like she's really gonna talk a lot about Ursula and how she should be feared, like even more feared than her, and how Bridget is gonna pay. We're really gonna understand that Uliana feel inferior toward Ursula, and she wanna be the biggest threat. Like she wanna be like her sister because of that. No, and then the same thing happens. The big fish attack Chloe, and Red saves her like a Prince Charming, you know. So then Chloe and Red are gonna go see Bridget and ask her about the Sorcerer Cookbook. And Chloe is basically the one who's doing the discussion because she's the one who's more close to Bridget. And Red is actually gonna feel a little bit jealous because, you know, this random girl once again is being better with her mom than she ever was in her whole life. And that's kind of sad for her, honestly. I feel bad. But, like, yeah, Bridget is gonna notice that Red feels bad and she's gonna ask her what's wrong. And Red is gonna say, "Oh, you just look a lot like like my mother, but you're actually more nice." And Bridget is gonna be like, "Oh, Red, I'm really sorry. You really deserve a mom that loves you. But just to let you know, I really love you." And then she's gonna hug Red to comfort her. And Red is gonna start crying, and Chloe's gonna hold Red's hand because I can make whatever I want. So then, while Bridget is searching for the book, they're gonna look in the looking glass, and they're gonna see that Cinderella is gone. Then, back in their dorm, they're still shaken up by the emotion, and Chloe suggests that Red maybe wants a mom like Bridget, and that's maybe why they are here right now. And Red just wants to brush it off, so Red suggests that they should actually just steal the book. Now that I know that it's in Merlin's office, and Chloe's like, "No way," and then they fight. And they go to sleep mad at each other. The next day they're still mad at each other. And we see Chloe at school searching for Ella, but Ella didn't came. And she overheard their stepsister talking with a group of people. We don't really care. Some Disney character, you know. And they're talking about, "Oh yeah, Ella is grounded. Like, yeah, she broke a vase. She's not going to Castle Coming. Like, that's so funny." And Chloe feels bad because that's her fault. So she goes sees Faye and she asks her, "Hey, can you help Ella go to Castle Coming?" And Faye is like, "I'm not really good at magic, but since you helped me early yesterday, I can try." Red is basically spending the whole day with Bridget, getting ready for the ball, like helping her choose a dress, doing some mother and daughter bonding, even though Bridget doesn't know that's her daughter, but like they're just having some fun, and Red is really happy by it. So after that, Chloe goes see Ella and Pay Off the Wall, Gotta Get Your Hands Dirty song, like it's basically the same thing. So then both girls go break in the office, and the whole thing with the guard attacking them happens. So Chloe sacrificed her shoes, and then Hook and Uliana arrive, and so they have to fight with Red and Chloe, and they are easily overpowered. But then Chloe remembers what Bridget said about the book, like not letting bad people opens it. So she let them have the books, and then Uliana opens it. Like she originally didn't do it at this moment, but she just wanted to brag. Like, she just wanted to show them, oh, look, y'all, I got the book that you wanted to protect. And then she opens it and she gets frozen with Hook. Red pushed Hook on the floor like in the movie, and she took her boots. His boots. Yeah, his boots. And she gives them to Chloe. And Chloe's like, oh yeah, this is just like my dream. And Red is like, what? I am your Prince Charming? Like, they're just flirting, but like, they don't know it yet. And they just go to their dorm and they're celebrating, they're talking to each other. And Red apologizes. And Red is really gonna be like, yeah, Chloe, I'm really sorry about how rude I was to you. I really don't want to be like my mom, but I also don't know how to not be like my mom. But like, yeah, what I did was unfair and very rude and cruel. And Chloe's gonna be like, yeah, I'm also sorry because I saw that you were trying to be nice, but I decided to ignore and be petty. And I also didn't try to reach for your hand, even though I know that you need someone to help you being good. And I'm sorry for judging you. And so they go get ready for Castle Coming and they leave the book. So then we have Castle Coming with everyone being there, being well dressed, and Red and Chloe are not there yet, okay? So the evil stepsister are trying to flirt with, Charming, but he doesn't really care. Lady Treming's gonna be there as a chaperone because she needs to be there for the Cinderella plot. And then Cinderella is gonna appear, and everyone's gonna be like, wait, who's that girl? And they're not gonna recognize her because of face magic. The only person who's gonna recognize her is gonna be Bridget because they are so close, they are best friend, so she knows it's Hella. And Bridget is gonna try to go talk to her, but Charmin is gonna go first. And she's gonna be like, you wanna know what? My girl is getting herself a man. Like, I wanna let her have a moment. I can talk to her later. So then she's gonna start doing her shuffle of love thing. And Red and Chloe arrive, but they see that Uliana, Ook, and Morgie are there. And they don't understand. So basically what happened is that Morgie arrived after Merlin unfroze Hook and Uliana, and he hypnotized him to make him forget about everything who happened. Then they went go search for the book who was already open, so they didn't have to open it after. And voila, like they were just there. They made the receipt and they arrived. So then Red and Chloe tries to go stop Uliana, but Ook and Morgie stop them, and she gives a cupcake to Bridget. Like, yeah, Bridget, I'm really sorry. Like, I think we can be friends now. And Bridget is like, oh yeah, I really like it. So she hits a cupcake and she turns into this green chopped monster, and she's like disgusting. So at first people are gonna be scared by her, but then they're gonna start laughing because she's panicking instead of attacking them. And Bridget is gonna feel humiliated. Like, Uliana is gonna laugh at her and tell her how ridiculous she is. And like, Bridget also wants to scream for Hella, like really call her, but like Hella is running away because the prank happened at midnight. And if you know the Cinderella story, her dress is falling apart. She has to go home. Like, it's over for her. So Hella can't really save her. And Bridget really feels humiliated. She cries. And then Red go toward her and she hugs her. And she tells her, everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna be here with you. So Bridget hugs her back, and then they both start dancing the shuffle of love. Eventually, the spell were off, and everyone stopped laughing at her. That they have a fun at Castle Coming, like Red and Chloe are gonna dance us slow. I'm not gonna let y'all go without my Glass Heart content, okay? Glass Heart is gonna be canon, and I don't care, okay? Glass Heart is the only way, okay? And basically, at the end of the party, Red and Chloe are gonna say to Bridget that they're moving away again, and they will have to change school, and that basically Red is gonna ask Bridget, can you still be positive because that was really nice? And Bridget tell her, I will try. So then Red and Chloe go change back to their normal clothes, they time travel once again in the future. Basically, when they arrive, the Queen of Heart actually behave like she still looks the same. She didn't become that cartoony like ultra positive thing that she became at the end. She's more like the Queen of Heart from Ever After High, who still have traits from a character, but it's still a loving mother overall, and she's not a total villain. Like you still want to save her, you know. So she basically became that. She's strict. She's not evil. She's not a tyrant. She's just a strict mother, and she calmed down over the years. She didn't make an alliance with Oradan, but she still didn't attack them, so they were just fine. And Red wanted to go to that school, so she allowed her to go. And so she's actually a loving mother, and Red is happy. Chloe is happy her mom is safe, and they're both like, yeah, we really did it. And yeah, they celebrate. And we have this world final song, who is called Timeless, and it's basically showing Castle coming and the Parents' Day, and they're basically both dancing, but like at different timeline, and it's just a fun event, you know. It's just for fun. And the movie finished with Uma announcing that, yeah, there's consequence with time travel. So like, yeah, guys, there's gonna be another movie, and hands of the story. So so I know that a lot of things didn't change that much because I think the movie is pretty decent. I just think some context was missing. Like I wanted to focus more on the Cinderella story because they definitely took inspiration from it, but just gave up midway. No, they just decided to not continue going to the past in the next movie. So like they should have at least have a different story will finish well and still allow them to have consequence in the time that they're not gonna change because everything is fine, you know. Like that's my logic. I think it's good, so I hope y'all like it. Like tell me what I can improve from this video. If you agree with me, if you have your own rewrite of Rise of Red, like I would really like to hear that. If you wanna hear more about my own Descendants lore, my own Descendants OCs, my whole universe, like I can tell y'all, I have a lot of story, and this is not the end. I have more things to explore with y'all. So, bye bye.